at you. Okay, today we're going to be learning about the food web or food chain. Now I know you've covered a little bit. Do you know anything about the food chain yet? We don't know anything about the food chain yet? Oh my gosh, okay. So, for today, the learner will construct their own food chain or web based on an ecosystem of their choosing. You had asked me earlier if you could make a food chain, so that means you get to make a food chain. High five. Yeah, okay. So, does Mom ever ask you guys to take out the trash?
No.
Yeah.
She does it herself.
Oh, she does it herself?
Yeah.
And she asked Dad.
She asked Dad. Did they ever leave it there a little bit too long?
Yes, it makes the floor all wet.
It makes the floor all wet. What else happens to the trash whenever it gets left a little bit too long?
I mean, nothing. It just gets wet.
It stinks. Good job. That's exactly right,
It
Colin.
gets wet.
Okay, so you guys are old enough that you guys have seen a few falls. You know, fall whenever the leaves fall off the trees and it's
And me.
Halloween time. So do you guys ever see the leaves just pile up throughout the entire year, or do the leaves go away? Do they hang around all year?
No.
No, they go away, don't they?
They blow away, I think.
They blow away? That's a
Or
good
the dogs eat
hypothesis.
them. Or the dogs
Or
eat
the
them.
dogs eat them. That's maybe a good idea too. The leaves go away when winter comes. How do we think that happens? Lanny said maybe they blow away. What do you think,
Or the
Colin?
dogs eat them.
They might get covered in snow.
They might get covered in snow.
The animals
Might.
eat them.
Well, let's talk about why waste, like those leaves, doesn't build up in our ecosystem. Remember, ecosystem is a word that we talked about before. Can anyone tell me what ecosystem means? Do you remember?
Habitat?
It is. It's very similar to habitat. So an animal's habitat or its ecosystem is going to be where it lives and the other organisms that it interacts with.
Those are decomposers.
Mushrooms are decomposers.
They
They're
eat dead
fungi.
things.
Yeah. Okay. So if we were to go dig in our garden, we would see some decomposers too. What's one of the decomposers that we might find if we dig down in the garden?
Oh, worms.
We would see worms. Good job. What's up, Bubba?
We could see more.
We might see a mole. A mole would be really.
Yeah.
So we would see some worms, and there are other insects that are decomposers too. I'm thinking of one that rolls little balls.
Oh.
Do you know?
Roly-poly.
Roly-poly is a decomposer.
Is it called a dung beetle?
It is called a dung beetle. There you go. See, that's what I was talking about out in the lot that we would see. So decomposers make up a very important part of the food chain. They're what recycles the energy and puts it back into the food chain for all of the other animals to absorb. So I'm going to draw a food chain for you guys, and we're going to start with an animal that I know we all know because, you know, we live in Texas, and we've already talked about it. We're going to start with...
I like that. Oh, a worm.
We're going to start with a worm. Look at that worm. Okay, so worms and other decomposers break down the fallen leaves that we had talked about before, dead plants and animals, and then they produce some waste of their own. So the plants are able to use this waste from the worms as food.
Fertilizer.
They turn it into nutrition for themselves. And then, so we've got the grass that grows over the top of the worms. And they use that waste from the worms.
Yeah.
So then we have animals like deer, hogs, rabbits, birds. They eat that grass. So we're going to draw a rabbit because that rabbit is going to eat that grass.
Bunny.
Hey, Dad.
And it's Easter, huh? It goes with our Easter, doesn't it?
Yes.
It also go with my bunny.
It does go with your bunny. Now, let's remember, I'm not the world's best artist, so, you know,
I am.
you are.
Boing.
This is a happy bunny.
Boing.
He's got a big fuzzy tail. Okay, there's our bunny.
I
He's going to eat the grass, and he's going to get some energy from that grass, okay? I have our bunny, and unfortunately, a hungry coyote's going to come along. What's going to happen to the bunny?
The bunny's dead.
The hungry coyote's going to come along, and he is going to eat the bunny. Like I said, we all know that I'm not the world's best.
You're better at drawing than I
Artist.
am.
So there's our wolf, our coyote. Our coyote is going to eat our bunny, and he's going to get the energy from the bunny.
He's adorable.
Well, when my bunny hear that, I don't know where he went then.
Yeah.
He's behind her-
Well,
he's
other
behind the
bunnies
chair
have probably
'cause
gone
of
hide, huh? So the coyote is going to decide to eat the rabbit because that's a good supper, and when you're out there, you've got to take all the energy that you can get. So he's going to eat him, and he'll be able to continue looking for his next meal and shelter, and he'll be able to look for a mate to make more little baby coyotes. When the coyote dies, the decomposers that we talked about, like this worm right here, he's going to break down the coyote, and all of that energy will start over again because the worms break it down, and then it goes into the grass, and another bunny will eat it, and then another coyote will eat that bunny, and it just goes around in a circle.
What if it ends up being like a cat eating the grass?
Well,
and then
there's a bunch of different animals that will, that's why it's called a food web, because a bunch of different animals will eat different things, and that's why it's a food web and not just a simple over. Okay, we're gonna start with algae. Y'all know what algae is?
Yes.
It lives in our pool. It lives in our pool. Yeah, we've got some algae in our pool. Bubba, do you know what algae is?
Mhm.
What is it?
It's fish what they eat.
Yeah, fish do eat it. Good job. Okay, so we're
That's
gonna
why
start with our
there's
algae, and this is just gonna be like a little. And we're gonna have a little shrimp that's gonna come along, and he's gonna eat our algae. Okay? And I'm not very good at drawing shrimp.
Just draw like a little C.
Woo. He's got some legs and some. That's our shrimp. Okay?
He's
So our
adorable.
shrimp is going to come along and he's going to eat our algae. He's going to get his energy from the algae. Then we're going to have a fish that's going to come along and eat our shrimp, okay? So keep coming along. Okay. So we've got a big fish and he's going to eat our shrimp. Well, what happens to the fish?
The fish will get eaten by another
The
fish.
fish is going to get eaten by something else.
Or a shark.
In this case, we're out in the Arctic, so the shrimp or the fish is going to get eaten by a big seal.
Oh.
So this is going to this is going to be kind of hard.
You should have been a shark.
Yeah, there are some of those in the Arctic, huh?
There is?
What?
That looks more like a fish, but this is our seal. So our seal is up near the top of the food chain. He's getting pretty high. There's not a whole bunch of things that are gonna eat him, so he doesn't have to worry super duper hard. But what do we know lives in the cold weather?
A polar bear.
A polar bear. So our polar bear is gonna eat our seal. And like I said, I'm not very good at drawing the polar bear. Hey, pay attention. So here's our that looks more like a duck, but okay. Looks like a polar bear and a duck had a baby. Anyways, here is our polar bear. So he is at the very top of the food chain. He is going to get all of the energy that came from the algae, and then to the shrimp, and then to our fish and our seal, and he's going to get it all because he's the top of the food chain. We're going to make our very own food chain. You get to make your own food chain now, okay? Okay. So we have covered all of that. Okay. I'm going to pass out your cups to each of you. Don't write on them until I tell you that you can write on them. So, we're going to choose an ecosystem. You can pick whatever ecosystem you want. It could be the ocean, it could be here in Texas, it could be in Africa, whatever you want. Put a cap on that. Yeah, thank you. Ecosystem you want. And you are going to pick 4 animals that are in that food chain. You two are both going to do 6 animals because y'all are a little bit older. It's got to be a little bit harder for y'all, okay?
A little bit?
So, are you insinuating she needs more? Okay.
She needs at least
So,
10.
you're going to do 4. You guys are going to do 6. What you're going to do is right here on this lip right here, you're going to write the name of the animal that you choose, okay? And then up here on this part, yeah, just one. Just one. One for each cup, okay? So you're going to write your animal's name right there, and if you need help, I'll help you, okay? I can write them on the lip for you. On this part, you're going to draw that animal, okay? And then whenever you're done, you're going to stack them, and whatever eats whatever else will go on top of that. So if we start off with our aquatic plant, this is going to be our aquatic plant. And then we have our shrimp. Our shrimp eats the aquatic plant. And then we have our big fish. Our big fish eats our shrimp. And then we have our alligator, and our alligator eats our big fish. Okay. Okay. You needed help. Can you tell me what you need help with? What animals are we gonna do?
I'm gonna do one has the alligator. This is gonna be the top one.
That's gonna
I'm
be
going.
okay.
I'm going top to bottom.
You're gonna go top to bottom.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, he's gonna eat a whole bunch of other stuff. Everyone's scared of him.
A shark.
A shark. I like that bird. That's a good bird, Lanny. He's very cute. Here, let me see what you've got so far. Okay, put him where he goes. I believe all of my children got my drawing skills. Hey, it's pretty close to the one that I did whenever I did mine.
Hey, look at my plan.
Finish up your last
Look at
one.
my plan.
Those are very good, Colin. Those are very good. Let's see what you've got. I like it. Yeah. You got some in there that I wouldn't have thought about. But they go together. They're very good. The last thing that we're going to do is going to be something to test you on how much you've learned about the food webs, okay? So Lanny, this one's for you. I'm sorry, I forgot to
Wait, it's a
print
test?
one out for you. No, it's not a test. It's not a test. You can ask me for help, okay?
Do I need to write my name?
Yes, you need to write your name. It's a mouse. What's gonna eat that mouse?
Snake.
It is a snake, so snake's gonna eat the mouse. What's gonna eat the snake? What's that?
Owl?
He's close to an owl. He's a bird. He's an African eagle. He's an eagle. What do you think? Something that lives in Africa.
Oh.
Good job. Is that what you want to put on there?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
L.
Uh-huh.
I.
And hyena might eat that bird. Good job.
Another one says after
H.
N.
Y.
Why?
And then you have to figure out the rest.
Um.
Owl